I'm in Ground Zero, Sydney, right inside the Kudos Bank Arena, the venue for the gala reception for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It's 10:30 a.m. here in Sydney, so we are 4.5 hours ahead of our viewers in India. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be here at this venue by 6 p.m. this evening. But you can see the kind of preparations that are underway. It was a grand welcome that was accorded for Prime Minister Narendra Modi after his very, very successful tour at the Asia-Oceania nations at Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea, and that warmth was perhaps extended when he touched down in Sydney and came from the airport and entered the hotel in Shangri-La Hotel, where he is currently lodged. He's going to have a series of business meetings this morning. There's a guard of honor that's also planned in that must have just gotten over a short while ago. But the focus is this gala reception. 22,000 people will be inside and nearly 7,000 to 10,000 people are expected to be outside. The activity, the buzz has already started, and I'll get you right into the heart of it. But first, the welcome for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Never before has the red carpet been laid out for a Prime Minister like it has been for PM Narendra Modi. Never before has something like this been done for a nation's leader. And PM Narendra Modi has been able to allow these nations to tide over the disappointment of Joe Biden cancelling his visit to Papua New Guinea. The New Zealand Prime Minister goes there, and I think India's now steered the discourse and perhaps put the spotlight on those nations that were generally passed over. They were those flyover nations which happened, which were never considered as important in the Asia-Oceanic region. But India also now looks at itself as a leader of the global south. That's how exactly India has been wanting to position itself. But more importantly, they get vital support. India gets vital support for backing these nations, voicing the concerns of these nations at the multilateral and multinational platforms. Then it will also get its support at WTO. It will also get the support of these nations at the UN. And that will be significant in taking the cause of the global south and fighting for it. We saw this come to fruition at the previous WTO edition under the Union Minister Piyush Goyal, where across 5 or 6 various points, India was able to enforce and push through certain aspects in the paragraphs in the way it was worded, way it was written, aspects and concerns of nations like India and other developing nations as far as the water is concerned, use of the waters, maritime trade, maritime fishing, all of these aspects are concerned, even with rice, and of course beyond that, in terms of getting a vaccine waiver and a TRIPS waiver. So that aspects with TRIPS waiver in providing medicine to nations which need it, the concerns of smaller nations, this India has been doing quite well. Let me just quickly go and try and speak with the Indian diaspora, walk across and see if what their opinion is, what their point of view is, and let me quickly ask them. Hi, did you all guys get to meet the Prime Minister?
Yes. We are so happy. We are so happy.
You're very happy.
You know, his hand is so soft, and he is so nice to speak to, and you know, it's really great. We love him. We love him.
Yeah, really great.
Jai Modi.
What a Tejas he is. What a Tejas he is. Hardworking man, like coming from Papua New Guinea, tirelessly, with a good look, greeted us with all smile.
Yes.
On behalf of Malayali Association, we welcome the Honorable Prime Minister to our living country here, the man of the powerful India.
Yes, we are so blessed to see him.
Very blessed to see him.
Yes.
I did ask Modi the only one thing.
Did the little girl get to sing?
Yeah,
She sang. Where
sang? Where she sang in front of Modi. The one thing I asked Modi was, Modi, we want a land for crematorium because this is happening, and we want a crematorium. Every Indian has to be sent back with respect. So that is not available, and he said he'll look into it, giving a land.
Look into it. So
yes.
it's given as a simple, something which we think is normal in India is something which is absent here, and you asked for it.
Yes, exactly.
It's a crematorium.
One more thing, he made a point to meet each and everyone from the right to end. That is a very great leadership,
I'm a proud Gujarati coming from Modi's land. So a lot of Gujaratis are here as well.
Lovely. No, I think our friends from the Bora community were also there. I think you also shook hands. The Prime Minister met you guys. Was it good to meet him?
It was a very good pleasure meeting him,
and shake his hand. Thank you very much, sir.
You said that this. How was it to meet the Prime
I was
Minister?
very much excited to see him for the second time here in Sydney, and we welcome him, and it is going to be a big day tomorrow with 20,000 people celebrating the...
You got this picture for him.
Yes.
He autographed it. He's autographed it. Okay, can I just show it? So this is a picture of the Prime Minister, and he's actually autographed it.